guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been away for a bit, as you know. I do that time to time. Yeah, I had my computer serviced. Wasn't really broken, it was just very slow, like molasses kind of thing. So a lovely friend of mine decided to upgrade my system to make it run and perform faster than it was before. So yay to that. We can now make awesome videos again in a more faster format. Okay, well, enough of that blabbling on. Let's get to what we really came here for, the actual tutorial. So we're making Christmas globe text effect. Now, I think we did this once before, and we filled it with snow. Do you guys remember that? I think it was last year, maybe? Well, this year we're going to be doing something similar type of an effect, but we're going to fill it with candy. Yeah, we'll get to that later on. So, start things off, we are going to be doing our background. I'm using a green gradient because it's Christmas after all, and that's kind of a Christmassy color. So, pick a gradient of such, light to dark, make it a radial style, and you should see something like that. Cool, you got your background. Now let's work on the text. Now, I'd like to use a very bold font for this, particularly because it will showcase the globe really nicely. I happen to have a very bold font called Instaburger. I believe we've used this font before, but you guys can use any bold font you want. Anything that's like boldish. Maybe even Arial Black, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really tested it with anything else other than what I'm using here, but you guys can pick your own fonts, play around, see what fonts look good for you. If you want this font, by the way, guys, it is available on dafont.com. That's where I found it, so check it out on dafont.com. You'll love their site. They're amazing. Not sponsored, just love their site. Okay, so you're going to type your text on your layer. Now, I'm only doing 2 letters, but you guys are probably going to want to do something else. So just type it, JT. I'm going to space mine out slightly a bit. And I'm using 200 point for mine, but if you have more letters, you'll have to do smaller, obviously. Alright, and the color doesn't matter for your font because it's not going to really be there. It's not going to really be there for much longer. So once you have typed your lovely text, we're going to go and right-click. We're going to command-click on the thumbnail, and we're going to add a lovely refined edge to this. So we're going to go with 35 for our smooth, 8 for our feather, and 100 for our contrast. Alright, so we're going to click OK, and you'll see something like that floating around. Now what we'll need to do at this point is you're going to need to rasterize your text layer. So go ahead and do that, rasterize type, because the further effects we're doing will not be showcasing. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to go up here to select. We're going to click inverse. And then we're going to fill we're going to fill the refined edge with any color we want. So just pick anything. I'm going to go with red, but you guys can pick whatever you want. Oops. Why isn't it doing it? I'm so sorry, guys. This is ridiculous. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Okay, so we're going to fill that. Okay, so yeah. Definitely. Okay, so fill it like that. So you see how that's already filled right there with the red on your, oh my god, I can't speak today, guys. So sorry. This is your refined edge you're filling. So keep the refined edge marquee available. We are going to do that. Then we're going to do the inverse, and then we're going to hit delete. That then leaves us with just the refined edge, and that is what we want. Okay, sorry that might have been confusing for a moment. I just lost my train of thought. Don't mind me, I'm crazy. Okay, so now we're going to start adding effects and lots of effects. So you guys are going to have to bear with me here. I have all the layers made for this because you guys will need to know. It's so much so fast, so I wanted to make each layer already for you guys. So duplicate this particular text layer 3 more times. So you have 4 copies total of this text layer. Alright, so on your first text layer, double click. You're going to immediately get rid of the fill. Like I said, the color you choose for your inverse doesn't matter because we're going to get rid of it. So get rid of your fill layer to 0%. On your very first, and this is, remember guys, this is your first copy layer, the original, the main layer, okay, first one. I'm going to start with a drop shadow. Selecting blend mode of multiply with a color brown like that. 75% opacity. We're changing the distance to 10, spread 0, and your size is 8. Next, we're going to add a color overlay. Selecting white, soft light, and 66% opacity. Okay, that's your first layer. So you should see something like that. Okay, you with me? Okay, now moving upwards on the trail, go to your second layer. Mine is somewhere. Right here we go. Okay, it's my second layer. Those other layers you just saw, we'll get to those eventually. Trust me. We'll get to them. Okay, this is a little more advanced. We're going to get more advanced now, guys, so stick around and listen carefully. Again, on this one, get rid of your fill. No, not needed. I'm going to start with another drop shadow. Multiply with a black color. 36% opacity. Do not check global light on this one, guys, and change your angle to 131. Distance is 3, spread is 0, and your size is 6. Alright, next we're going to add inner glow. White with a screen blend mode, 52% opacity, and an 18% and the 18 pixel size. Then we're going to add inner shadow. We have multiply with a black color. No. Well, yeah, it's a blackish hue. It's that one right there. 24% opacity. Again, no global light. This one's changed to 142 degrees. Your distance is 11. Your choke is 0. And your size is 18. Next, we're going to go up here to bevel and emboss. We'll get to contour momentarily. Alright, you have a 113% depth. You have a size of 14. A soften of 2. And then down below the shading, we have a 130 degree angle. Again, no global light. 64 degree altitude. Your gloss contour should be rings. Or ring, rather, not rings. That's also in your presets. So if you guys don't see your ring preset, load it. It's there. I promise you that. Down below in the highlights, we have 100% opacity on our screen. White. Get rid of your opacity on your shadow mode, so 0% for that. Now we're going to move down to contour. Leave it as it is with the regular contour selected. Make sure your range is set to 100%. And that should be your next layer. And you should see it growing to be a globy. Okay. Third layer coming right up. Double click on your third copy. We're going to start with inner shadow. Overlay for your blend mode. This is going to be your lovely blackish color chosen. 100% opacity on that. Leave your angle and global light checked off on this one. Distance is 1 and your size is 16. Back to bevel and emboss we go. We'll get to contour again momentarily. We're going to have a 81% depth, 27 pixel size. Down here on the shading, no global light, 120 degrees for your angle, 83 degree altitude. And yet again, ring should be selected with anti-allies checked off. Highlight should say color dodge with 100% opacity. And your blend mode should be color overlay for your shadow mode. And it should say black with 100% opacity. Going over here to contour, anti-allies is checked off and 100% range with the same contour that is standard. And that's where that stands, and you should see it growing like that. Ooh. Alright, last layer. This is the last one, guys, and then we'll get into the really cool stuff. So double click your final text layer. We're only adding an inner shadow. Blend mode should say black. Multiply. 75% opacity. No global light. Negative 75 degrees. You have a 10 pixel distance. 0% choke. And a 10 pixel size. Click OK. And this should be your lovely outcome. It should look very globe-like and shiny. This is what you need to see. Alright? Now we're going to get into adding in the candy. Now I told you guys originally this was going to be a globy Christmas globe with candy inside. How do we get the candy inside, you're wondering? I'm going to show you that. So what you're going to do is you're going to go onto google.com and type in Christmas candy. Pick out any kind of Christmas candy you want. You could use even Christmas sprinkles. Find a photo that has those images involved. And then we are going over here. And you're going to want to go Control N. We're going to make a new document. Okay. I didn't remember saving that, but okay. Anyways, I have already done this, but you guys have not done this. So what you'll do, you're going to take the photo with your candy. I chose M&M's. You could do that too if you wanted to. Open up your image in a new document. And in the new document, you'll go to Edit. And mine's grayed out, but yours will not be. Or actually, it's not. You're going to hit Define Pattern. And you're going to click OK when you save it as your pattern. And then what you will need to do now, and I'll show you this step because this is crucial. You'll need to know how to do this. Create a new layer above your original text. So your first layer you ever made, make a new layer above that by clicking the new layer tool. Fill that layer with any color you so choose because we're going to cover it with a pattern so it doesn't really matter. Alright, then once you've done that, double click it. You're going to add a pattern overlay, and you'll see here I have my M&M selected here. Do that, and then we're going to add an inner shadow to give it a nice little glossy type. So go ahead and do a 75% opacity with a white color of multiply, and a 7 pixel distance, and a 5 pixel size, no choke. Click OK. It's going to be very much covered all over your entire canvas, and what you'll do to get rid of that is go back to the original text layer, and again click on the thumbnail, and you're going to go ahead and hit mask layer. It's going to then mask that entire pattern right into the, hold on, it's going to then mask all of that inside of your text only and get rid of it off your document. Then, what you'll continue to do, and you'll notice it on mine here, I took the eraser brush. I used around 20 pixels, well actually 19 pixel size brush, and I erased it so that it was kind of like not all in there. It was just like, it looked half filled, okay? That was the essential idea I was going for. Alright, so that in itself is the effect, but I want to make it really like a Christmas globe, so I had to add the toppings, like the string and thing, you know, the string thing, yeah, whatever they call that, I don't know. So I made a new layer above that. I used 2 elliptical tools to add my globe toppings. Now you guys can make your globe toppers however you would like. I just used various effects that I already had used in previous styles and stuff, so you guys can make these as you will. Basically, you're just going to have to make 2 elliptical circles on top of those, and then I added a few effects here, but you guys can basically do however you want to make them. That's totally up to you. I don't want to make you guys follow my steps, but yeah. So do that, and then and those are 2 layers I have. Then above all of my lovely layers, I now have my, that's my ribbon. We'll get to that momentarily. Then above my eclipse layers, I have my 2 bows. I drew these freehand with my brush tool. You can do the same if you want, or if you're more crafty, you can use the pen tool. Doesn't matter. And last but not least, I just added 1 single bow onto this one here to give it more of an effect, but you guys don't have to do that. This is essentially the effect. It's the text effect. It's all it is. So yeah, there you go. You just made yourself a Christmas ornament text effect. Yay! Alright, I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, please hit like. I like likers, and I know you're awesome. If you want to see more stuff like this, you can hit my subscribe button. I try to post once a week, but sometimes I skip because of various things that get in the way. But yeah. Alright, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. If you want to find me on social media, all links are below in the description box, and that's all for now. Bye, and happy holidays.